Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For tracks, obviously. On the lot.
He became steel resistant.
On the weather. Welcome to another live podcast for Earthworks Hub. I'm your host, Ivan Orlovic. And you know what? This is all about connecting the earth moving and the construction industry. So tonight we are going global once again. I'm going to have a guest coming to us live from Germany. So I'm not going to announce right now who it is. I think you already know from my posts. But I'm going to have this guest coming on. Hopefully he can join us because I haven't seen him join yet. So hopefully he will manage to jump on. But I do have a guest tonight. So I will have that guest on very shortly. Before I get there, though, I will have to do the formalities. And because he's from Germany as well, I suppose, I'm going to try and pronounce his name properly. So bear with me because it's going to be obviously a bit of a mix between German and English. So let's see how we go, man. He must be thinking that he has to go live. I don't know, is someone able to, Moba, if you're there, do you reckon you can just comment on his and tell him that he has to exit and join mine? I think he thinks he had to go live. Yeah, I did tell him that he has to wait till I go live. If you can, Moba, please do me a big favor and just message him and say you need to exit your live and then join the Earthworks Hub one. Anyway, he'll work it out. By the time he works it out, we can keep going. All right, so like I said, I've got a guest coming straight from Germany in a few minutes. Thank you for joining everyone on Instagram. This is being streamed on TikTok at the same time. So I've got Instagram on one phone, TikTok on another. So we're doing a double banger. And it's good. TikTok's going off. People are throwing likes at me like crazy. So thank you to everyone on TikTok. This is going to be posted up on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple as usual. So if you do need to leave or if you don't manage to see the whole thing, you can always come back and watch these things later on. So make sure you go over to those platforms. Massive week. So I only just got back from Diesel Dirt and Turf from Sydney and then had to quickly pack up and head back to Sydney again for a special event. Thank you very, very much to all the people that helped me at the event. I can't announce too much, but there will be a whole lot of footage coming out of that event this week. So look out for that. Keep your eyes peeled. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming. And I also dropped a whole bunch of YouTube videos this week as well. So if you're not following me on YouTube, go to Earthworks Hub, go to the YouTube channel, and you will see a whole bunch of videos there. A lot of them are now coming in from DDT. So they're people that I interviewed while I was there. And there are more coming this week. So there's going to be another whole bunch of videos being released this week. So go to the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to it. And then make sure that you are watching those videos. They're all good quality stuff. Also, tomorrow morning, big announcement. At 7 a.m, there's going to be a new podcast dropping. And that is with Mr. Ashton Lavering from Komatsu Australia. So while I was up in Sydney, I got to interview Ashton Lavering. So that will be coming up at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. That comes out. So that's on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. What else is there? Charge Auto. They won the Komatsu hat last week. You know what? While I was in Sydney, my intention was to come and drop that off, but I just ran out of time. So I'm going to have to post that out to you. So I've got that back here with me. So Charge Auto, I will be sending that out this week. So I'm a little bit behind with stuff. So with DDT and this other event this week, I've fallen behind a little bit with all my posting. I've still got to post up last Sunday's episode, the live session. So bear with me. I'm going to catch up this week with everything. And you know what? I even said that I'm not going to work on the machines this week. I said I'm going to just get out and start posting all my videos. And I got a phone call today. Can you come in tomorrow and work on the machine? And the bank balance told me that, yes, you will be going tomorrow. So let's see how I go with posting again. So tomorrow I might be going live again during the day. Make sure you watch out for that. So that's usually on either TikTok or Instagram. Moba saying that he just messaged him. Thank you very much, Moba. All right, so look out for that session tomorrow. There he is. Loader Mac has joined. The legend has joined. All right, Loader Mac, give me 1 second. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll just do another quick formality, and then we will start our podcast. So guys, get ready to tune in for that. So formalities. Don't forget you can list your business on my website. So go to earthworkshub.com.au and you can give yourself more exposure, especially now when it's all a bit quieter. All these things are going to help. So this week's listing of the week is JBA Earthworks from Kingaroy in Queensland. Hopefully I said that correct. They do everything from small backyard projects to large-scale rural developments. They've got a solid reputation across Kingaroy and the South Burnett region. They're also a locally owned and operated business, and they do all types of excavation, trenching, driveway, rural road constructions, dams, land clearing, fire breaks, and erosion control. So JBA Earthworks, they've listed on Earthworks Hub. If you want to get more details or get them to do some work for you, go to the website. And if you want to increase your chances of being read out on the podcast, just like they did, you can also list your business on there. So make sure you do that. And I'll do a quick shout out to my podcasts and I'll do a quick shout out to my sponsors before I start the actual podcast with Loader Mac. And that is Moasure Australia. So thank you, Moasure, for helping out and messaging Loader Mac then. So Moasure Australia, Melbourne Tractors, Network Finance, Brisvegas Machinery, Digga, Godings, Earthmoving Warehouse, Record Time, Plastube, Moasure, Phillips Plant Hire, Bear Earth Solutions, and Komatsu. So thank you very much to all those partners, sponsors, and all that. So Ashton Lavering's just joined. I just mentioned a second ago that tomorrow at 7 a.m. our podcast is dropping. So 7 a.m. podcast with Ashton Lavering from Komatsu Australia coming out on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple. G'day. Simonik is here. Digga joined. Everyone's here. Cool. All right. Jack Healy joined. Beautiful. We've got a whole bunch of Bearer Solutions. I am feeling a little bit better. I've been really under the weather. I am feeling a little bit better. Still a bit of like a head cold, but getting better. All right, here we go. Loader Mac has joined. I'm going to invite him in. We're going to do a quick sound check, and then once we do the sound check and get going we can get going with the podcast. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to let him join. 1 second. I'll get the questions up. Here we go. All right, 1 second. We got Anthony Christina on TikTok. Legends. How you going, guys? Hello, how you going?
Good day, mate.
Yeah, good day, mate. Yeah, guten Tag.
How are you?
I'm very good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Getting there. I want to introduce to you Loader Mac. Now, I'm going to say your name in the Australian way, so correct me if I'm wrong. We will say Christian Scholten. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. Christian. Normally in Germany it sounds different, but I'm used to Christian when I'm in the English world. So in Germany it means Christian. Christian Scholten. Just say Christian.
Okay, yeah. Cool. All right, cool. Well, we'll go with that anyway.
Yeah.
That's it. So you are from Germany, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct,
Yeah. All right, cool. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, so Loader Mac is his username on TikTok and Instagram. This gentleman has over 162,000 followers on Instagram and 1.5 million on TikTok. So very, very, very popular. Just a little bit. Just a little bit popular.
Just a little bit.
That's it. So you create a lot of content around the earth moving equipment, and we also know you as the guy that hides stickers in the machines at like expos, and you also have a friend.
Yeah.
You have a friend who's a teddy bear, which is what we're going to talk about as well.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, he's with you. There you go.
He's with me.
That's it, man. He's with you. Oh, excellent. Thank you for bringing him along.
Yeah.
All right, so have you ever been to Australia?
No.
Never.
They won't let me in.
Oh, they won't let you.
These blokes won't let me in.
Oh, no. Is it on the list? Will you ever come here, do you think?
I wish I could, but I've got family. I got so much to do. It's a 12-hour flight, and danger all around. I don't know when I can do that, but I wish I could. Yeah, I wish I could.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes. Never say no.
Hey, you never know, man. You never know. It is. It's
Yeah,
a long flight, man. It is. That's why we go to
yeah,
Europe every now and then, and it's just such a long flight. I don't enjoy it.
but it's worth it.
It is. It is. Once you get there, it's worth it. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Um. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you actually do.
Um, I'm in my dad's company, and I'm mainly the first operator, I would say. We do construction, we do demolition jobs, earthwork. We got a little sand mine, there's a sand pit. So that's what we're doing. Yeah,
Okay. So on
that's
those,
it. And I'm the loader.
I
Yeah,
was going to say, yeah, because I noticed that you often working in like a little quarry or like a little sand pit
yeah,
area. So is that what you're talking about?
yeah, yeah. We got a sand pit, sand mine, whatever quarry.
Yeah.
We're digging 10 meters of sand, which goes mostly into dike projects. And with that, we got a landfill. So we're backfilling it. And yeah, that's what we do.
There you go. So
Mm.
where does the name Loader Mac come from? How did you come up with that?
I, that name came from the idea, or I don't know how to say it. It comes when we go further in the questions. What my favorite tool is. I like to drive loaders.
Yeah.
That's what I specialist. I'm a loader specialist, and most people can't drive a loader anymore. And the short name for a wheel loader is just loader. And I guess you know better than me, but as far as I know, if you want to say wheel loader, you just can say loader.
Yeah, that's what you say.
And because I like to drive loaders, I just called myself Loader Mag. And the Mag comes from the people who gave me the name way long before social media even exists. Because I'm a guy who tried to fix everything and from scratch. And yeah, so people gave me the name MacGyver firstly, and then it
Ah,
just said you're like MacGyver,
yeah.
and so and then it starts that people just say Mac, hey Mac, how are you? And even my woman is calling me Mac every day. Clean the kitchen. So I brought both together, Loader, what I like to drive, and Mac when I start all that business. Yeah, that's my name.
Yeah, Loader MacGyver. Yeah, I used to love watching that show when I was a kid, how he fixes everything to get out of it. Yeah, that's so good.
Right before I came here online, I was in my shop and I was welding scrap together because I needed to repair a fork for my motocross bike. And I need to have a tool for going inside to counter the screw from inside. So I grab some scrap and weld it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, man. I've noticed that. I've noticed because I was going to ask you that question. Like, you seem very hands-on. You're always making something for your machines, and we'll go into that a bit later. We'll talk about some of the things that you
Yeah.
made. But how did you get into this industry? Was it because you're saying it's your dad was obviously doing it? Is it just because of him? You just started working there and continued?
Basically, yes. Yeah. I grew up with machines, heavy equipment, everything. When I was in school, I can't wait to go out of school and like driving with the truck drivers, going to the side on. Yeah, that's how it started. And my dad always tried to bring me on the machine and let me drive on the construction side or at home at our base. And yeah, that's how it started. And then I don't know how it works in Australia. In Germany, we got that how do you call it? When you start in getting in construction, you start learning it on the construction side, and then you go into school
Apprenticeship.
and you learn.
Apprenticeship. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
So we got that. We Germans are famous for that kind of stuff. And yeah, I did my 3 years in road construction. So I'm a professional road construction guy. And then I did my bachelor in that. So we call it master, but it's a bachelor professional. Bachelor. Sorry for my English. It's a bachelor professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole day I talk German, and now I need to switch over to English.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The last time I spoke English was on the Bauma. Anyways, so I've got a bachelor professional in road construction. That's the highest grade you can collect in the world when it comes to craftsmanship. And we Germans are famous for that. After that, you find only engineers, all that paper guys only learn anything from books, But I'm the guy outside who do things with my hands and got the highest grade in that. Yeah,
That's good.
so that's how it started. And now, after finishing all that school stuff and learning stuff, I went into my dad's company. Before that was the army, but never mind.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I joined the company and I learned everything about doing things with hand and with the heavy equipment. Yeah, I've got a shovel in my hand and I've got the excavators in my hand. I know anything, and nobody can tell me in our company how to do it.
Yeah.
But I also know the bad sides when you just having a shovel in the hand and standing in the rain. So I know both sides. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's important. I think that's very important for operators to know both sides.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. So in Germany, if I want to start operating excavators, just say, do I need to go and do like a short course, or does everyone have to do the whole apprenticeship?
No, Germany is not known for having good operators. We do have, but what's the? I just know OSHA in America. What is it for your country? You know what I mean?
What is it
like security guys?
Oh,
These
like a
security.
ASIO, the guys, or like the.
I don't know how it's called in Australia. I just know it in America. It's called OSHA, and these are the guys coming to site and keeping an eye on your security.
Oh, WorkSafe. Yeah, WorkSafe.
Yeah,
yes.
WorkSafe, whatever you call it. In Germany, it's another name you don't understand. Anyways, these guys just asking for a license. This license costs you around $1,000. It's better toilet paper, you can say. Don't learn nothing. It's just a daily course where you're sitting there and where the guy telling you what not to do and what you're not allowed to do. And basically that's it. You're getting that license and you're allowed to drive anything. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's like in Australia.
Pretty stupid.
Yeah, in Australia, we have, that's why we have a lot of issues, I think, because there's no like apprenticeship system. You can just go and do 3 days training in an excavator, you get your license, and then you think, oh, good, I'm an operator. Yeah, but when you go out,
that's how it is in Germany.
Yeah, no experience. Yeah.
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 So people show up and say, I'm an operator, and then you let him drive 15 minutes and you see, oh, go home. Don't waste my time. That's what it is in Germany, but you also find good operators. Don't want to say that don't have operators. You find them. But if you want to see real operators, you go to Sweden or to the Netherlands, but not to Germany.
Yeah. What part of Germany are you guys based? Not that I know the full Germany, but what part is also close to you that we would know?
Northwestern Germany. Yeah. So if Bauma Munich is here, you find me over here in Germany.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Cool.
We got
All right.
We got the famous industrial area here in Germany where I live. I guess it's the biggest industrial area in Europe. Yeah, I guess. Where also Rheinmetall sits, this famous military company which sends all the stuff to Ukraine now. Yeah, so that's where I live, on the edge of that industrial area. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So tell us a bit more. So this business that you guys have, do you have workers there, or are you the only one that's really there?
Yeah, we got like 50 people in our company, including my wife, my brother, my dad, my mother. So it's basically a family company, but we also got employees here. Together we are like 15 people, something like that.
50 people. Wow.
15, not
Oh,
15,
oh,
15.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Still a lot of people anyway. Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay.
How do you manage all those people? Like, are you managing them or somebody else?
Yeah, that's where I step into. My brother is doing most of their jobs and my dad, but I also navigate the company, let's say navigating down on the construction sites. I tell people where to go, what to do and all that stuff. Yeah, basically I'm also organizing everything in the company with my dad, with my brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you must have a lot of machines as well then. So what sort of machinery do you have?
Oh, we got these philosophy that we try to test any kind of machine, so we're not sticking to one company. When we buy a new machine, we just have a look on many brands, let's say. So at the moment, we own Caterpillar, we own Case, what else? Volvo, Doosan, now Develon, and yeah. So we got a 30-ton excavator case, a 20-ton excavator case, a 14-ton wheel loader, Volvo, uh, 3 big loaders, a small loader, a mini, yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff for plugs, hauling plugs.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed that you had a few. Yeah, exactly. I was watching some of your videos, and so
Yeah.
I even saw that you're very hands-on. Yeah, so I saw that you did some modifications to the excavators, for instance, like your the Case 30 tonner. So a lot of people on here have got excavators and stuff. So give us a couple of things that you've modified on there. So for someone that hasn't seen your videos, what are some of the modifications you've done on your excavator? Yeah, just say yeah.
Yeah. First, let's say the excavator, I did that thing around that's a
Oh,
thing called the
slew
turning
motor.
part of the
Yeah, the slew.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah.
So for
So
anyone that
I
does,
had
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
okay, I attached these pusher. I say pusher, dirt pusher. I attached it to it. I welded from scrap metal, old blades, old cutting edges. I weld it together, bolted underneath it, and then now it turns around with the excavator. And if I got dirt on between the tracks, it clears everything and stop the dirt moving to the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out his videos, go to Loader Mac. Is that one on on TikTok and Instagram, or just TikTok? I think,
Yeah,
or
the
both.
same
It's
name.
on both. Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
name, yeah.
Yeah, go and check it out. So what he's got is he's basically welded like a little blade underneath the belly pan, or attached it to the slew motor bolts,
Yeah.
and then as he's turning the machine, that blade runs across the chassis, the what do you want to call it, the track chassis,
Yeah.
and it
The
cleans
green.
all. It cleans it all, yeah. So no dirt, and that sticks around there while he's working. It's actually a really fantastic idea.
Many people don't understand it. They say a good operator doesn't have dirt on
uh,
that part of the excavator. But the thing is, in our sand quarry, in our backfill area, sometimes it's so muddy. And in Germany, we got that tiny tracks on the excavator. It comes down to hauling stuff. You can't go with over wideness. So we also got these 600 millimeter track pads, which are pretty small. And often I go on the backfill side and I just sink in. And while I'm moving, the dirt is going automatically into the middle. I can't do anything about that.
yeah,
So I was shoveling my ass off. Really, I was shoveling like 50 minutes sometimes just to clear that shit out of the tracks.
yeah,
So I came up, I saw a video, somebody did something similar in China, but not as good as we Germans do.
yeah, yeah.
So
It's German.
so I did some improvements on that and built it on my excavator, and now I'm not shoveling that much anymore. Yeah, that's why I did that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
most people
fantastic.
don't understand.
No, they don't. Well, Terra
Mm.
Pro Earthworks is saying, yeah, they clearly haven't operated because yeah, when you operate, you'll know that it does just get dirty. You can't help it. Yeah,
Mm.
it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you can't do anything about it. Anyways, So I did that modification. I did the air compressor in that to clean the cab, or all the clean, get everything clean, get out dust and anything. I've got these light covers on the windows. I know they are not allowed.
Yeah.
You need to have the full vision around, yeah, but I don't care. I got cameras around me. They do the work. I work with the cameras. So I hated to sit in the summertime in that cab and getting sun from everywhere, you know. So I added these light covers. I saw that on the Dutch excavator working next to me, so
Yeah.
I did the same. I got my own sewing machine here. I know how to sew, and I did that from some cotton, and I ordered here some Buccaneer stickers
Saw that, yeah.
and add everything here and make it looking nice from inside. Yeah, and that's all that little modification makes life easier to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the side step. I saw you put a step on where the door is for
Yeah,
the entry. So
but it's
if you
pretty
guys haven't seen that,
famous here.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
it's
good. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty common. It's not. I've built one thing on my own. No, two steps I built on
Yeah.
my own, but I've get in contact with the guy here who produced them. So he got uh, a patent,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
patent,
Yeah.
patent. Yeah, he got a patent on that. I guess in Germany, only in Germany or in Europe. But anyways, he's producing them for rubber ducks and for the excavators. You can flip it up or down, whatever you need. And basically, every country got it. So Germans do it more and more. In the Netherlands, it's standard. In Norway, it's standard. So it's pretty famous here. Yeah, but it's not nothing unique on my excavator. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
but I like
good.
it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. No, I
and
noticed. I noticed.
what I also added is two metal rods, some where you can put your shoes on, so you can let the shoes outside and go into the cab and have a clean cab. And if it rains, you just put a plastic cover on over your shoes. So when I in my backfill area, when everything is muddy, I don't need to take my shoes into the cab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds stupid, but it pisses me off every time. I need to jump out 10 times a day and take the whole landside into my cab.
Yeah. It's
At the
true.
end of the day, I can be a farmer inside my cab and put some potatoes on the floor.
There's trees growing inside the cabin.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't want that,
yeah,
you know?
that's true.
Yeah.
That is true. No, that's true. So in Australia, they're very strict. If we make any modifications, safety is always on our case. What's it like there? So you're saying when you go on sites, do you have to get everything inspected always first or something? How does it work? Nothing?
Yeah, I mean, it depends where you're working. If you're working for like for the government or something, big projects, the safety rules are pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're doing small stuff like going to the neighbor and clearing his garden or something, you know, quick jobs, daily jobs, mostly it's not that.
Yeah.
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 Not that big. So safety is not that. You're looking for the safety, of course. We are looking for safety on
Yeah.
our own. But in the end, there's no one who's checking that. Like I said, we got something like the work safe, what you
Yeah.
told OSHA. They coming around like once a year or something. If you're lucky, you see them once a year. But in the end, yeah, it's pretty not that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true. Like you said, same here. Depends where you work. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. You go
Uh,
into big cities like Melbourne, I guess it's pretty
yeah,
restricted and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and same government jobs and stuff. Yeah, they're obviously more stricter. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, what about the truck? So you used to have a green MAN, the man truck, the green one, and did you sell that?
No, no.
Oh, I thought you
Why
were
should
getting rid of it.
I? No. I don't sell trucks.
Okay. So you still
If I
got it?
would tell that I sell trucks, what?
Do you still
What?
have the truck?
Yeah, we got four of them. Four
Ah,
MAN trucks, semi trucks with the semi trailer on that, dump trucks, and we don't want to sell them. No, they are good. They are good German machines, and Yeah, they're good.
You're happy? Yeah, happy. We have those here too. Yeah, they're quite popular as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, yeah, we have them in
I
Australia.
just know that you got that American stuff over there, like
Yeah.
Kenworth, and I don't know what.
No, we do. We've got
Oh,
MAN, we've got Iveco, the Italian
that's
brands, yeah.
Iveco.
Iveco, yeah, we got that. We got
Awesome.
Volvos, everything, yeah, everything here, yeah. Mercedes, yeah, heaps of stuff, yeah. DAF, everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. We have that too,
Mercedes.
yeah.
Yeah.
We also have a lot of Chinese trucks now. There's some new Chinese brands coming in, so it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting. It's going to be very interesting. How is it with you guys in Germany? Is there a lot of Chinese machines coming in now?
They try to. Let's say they try to. In the end, you know the famous saying "Made in Germany." You know that slogan. So
Like a Sherman tank. They always say everything's built like a Sherman tank. Yeah, that's,
yeah, I just want to say that Germans got in mind quality.
yeah,
They want to see quality in the end. Sometimes it doesn't matter where the quality comes from, but if you got something made in China, they don't like it. Let's say that. You got some farmers which just look on the money, but in the end, we Germans be like, it must look quality. You want to see the quality, and most Chinese brands don't bring the quality. Let's say that. I mean, they're cheap. In the end, you're getting what you pay, but yeah, it's not working. They try to come here just with the excavators, and they try to hire people from other brands, like marketing experts from Case going over to Sani or something. They try to swap it and then think they can overtake the market, but in the end, it doesn't work. You don't see the machines pretty often, so yeah, it doesn't work. And trucks and cars you don't see here.
nothing. Yeah,
No, no, no.
yeah. Everyone there still has to have the Mercedes or a German brand of car. Is that right? Yeah.
It's pretty hard even for Iveco. No one wants to drive Iveco, so they just stick to the big brands here, and nobody wants to talk about Iveco, and nobody wants to talk even about Chinese trucks. So
Yeah.
the big brands are the way to go here, and nobody wants to buy anything else. Yeah, so the market for trucks here with Chinese trucks is dead,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone saying here, pride in local manufacturing. Yeah, they're saying it's a shame that Australia has lost that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't have any local manufacturing. It's crazy.
I mean, what does local manufacturing mean in these days? Let's be true. Most parts came from China. You know,
Yeah.
if I buy a Caterpillar now, on the Bauma that was a Caterpillar 25 tons, where the slogan "Made in Japan" was on it. But the manufacturers are, or the manufacturers are in China, so they produce them in China, assemble them in Japan, send them over to like Belgium or UK. So you don't buy a American product, you're buying a Asian product, and it's the same with all the other brands. Mostly 50% of the brands got parts in them which made in China. So
Yeah.
you don't buy 100% local product anymore. You know,
Yeah.
that's how it is.
It is for everything, even motorcycles. You were talking about motorbikes before. They say Japanese, but half the parts are Chinese. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't need China doesn't need a war. The whole world comes to China and producing. They can lean back and see Russia and Europe start fighting, and they can lean back.
Yeah, they can just watch.
China is the world shop, so everyone is ordering in China. So yeah,
It's true. It's true. What about, so we talked
yeah.
about machines. What about, oh, actually, before we move to the next part, out of all your machines, which one is your favorite?
The small 6-ton wheel loader.
Yeah.
Most people think, oh, heavy equipment is the best. I like to drive heavy equipment, but I like my 6-ton Caterpillar wheel loader. Like I said, I like to drive wheel loaders. That's my overall favorite machine, a wheel loader. But the 6-ton Caterpillar wheel loader is my Swiss knife, my Swiss knife, my leather knife.
Yes, does everything.
I've got so much attachments for them, self-built. I've got Australian grading bars on my small wheel loader. You don't see that on TikTok because I can't film it, because most work with that I do in a museum where I can't film. But I've many years ago I met the Australian guy on Facebook and on TikTok, and he showed me the Australian grading bars, the grading beams you got, the frames, you know. What he does is he grabbed that grading bar, I say grading bar, he grabbed that with a 4-in-1 bucket with the skid steer, and then you do that grading, driving around and clearing everything. He said everyone in Australia got such a grading bar. So he showed me pictures of that, and I took that idea and brought it over to Germany and modified it to my usage and made a quick coupler on that so I can quick couple it to my wheel loader. And now I'm doing road construction with that. I'm building roads with that. Other people need a, I don't know, 200,000 euro excavator with rotor tilt on that and GPS and everything. And I just come along with my 6-ton wheel loader and pushing it with a grading bar and got the same result. So, I like that small machine the most. Yeah,
there you go. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Speaking of the tilt rotators and stuff, you don't have any of those tilting rotators or anything? Nothing. What's the Tibber lock? I saw you have a Tibber lock. Is that like universal? Oh, is that? I don't think we've seen that in Australia. Have we got that here? I don't know. Is that worldwide?
It's a German thing. Let's start with the roots of that. In the Netherlands, they got the quick hitch called fabricate. It's called CW. It's a Dutch invention which came up in the 90s to come from a direct connection to a quick coupler. That was the Dutch solution. And Caterpillar Germany overtook that idea and put it on nearly every machine here in our area. We got that system. And then in the early 2000s, they missed the chance to make it fully hydraulic like All Quick or the other companies does. And then a small company came to the idea that we just stay with that old Dutch quick hitch and just modify a part on its side where we got that hydraulic couplers. So in the end, you're saving a lot of money with that, because otherwise I need to switch over to the other company, to the other quick hitch, just to get the hydraulic connections. And just to throw out numbers, if I go to, I don't want to talk about names, but if I go to one of the biggest brands with the hydraulic couplers, I just need to pay for my 30-ton excavator like 80,000 euro. So just to change the quick hitch and all the attachments to get a fully hydraulic connection automatically. So, and with that system, Tibber lock, I just paying 30% of it to get the conversion to fully hydraulic.
Yeah.
So now with a third of the money I need to do the change, I just can sit in my cab and change all my attachment without jumping out.
Yeah.
And of course I need to clean them, but
well, even
that's
even some of those expensive ones, you still have to get out and clean them as well. So it's the same thing. Exactly.
It's the same thing, but in the end, you can, if you have everything clean for a day, you can switch all the attachment without cleaning. And my system is doing basically the same, just for a cheaper price.
Yeah, that's the Tibber lock system. Guys, if you haven't checked that out, anyone that's listening, to all the viewers, check out the Tibber lock system. And if you want, go onto Loadermac on his Instagram and TikTok page and scroll down till you see where he has that working on his loaders. So you have that on all your loaders and the excavators too, yeah?
We got them on 3 excavators, on the rubber duck, on the big and the small excavator. And we got that on the our 20 to 25-ton wheel loader, yeah. Because he got a hydraulic broom and needs to clear or clean the road to our sand mine. And when a truck comes along, he doesn't need to jump out and do all the hosing. He just detach it, put on the bucket, and load the truck. So it's
Yeah.
saving a lot of time with that quick hitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just drop the broom, put the bucket on, load him up, put the bucket off, put the broom again, keep going. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works. Yeah.
That's
Otherwise, you need to jump out like 10 minutes and do the hosing. It's stupid. It's dangerous. The guy needs to jump in and out for a lot of times a day. He needs to fuck around with oil.
getting the eyes,
It's
everything. Yeah.
sometimes it could be, maybe not, but anyway, it's a safety part, and for the operator, it's a comfort part. He doesn't need to jump out. He can sit in his cab and change the attachment without jumping in and out. I don't know. It's a win-win situation. Saving time, saving safety. Everything's good. Saving money. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. It's good. Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen it, go and have a look. Oh, something we forgot to mention is I noticed on your mud bucket you actually welded little like measurements on the side.
Yeah, measurements. Yeah.
That is a fantastic idea because usually we come out and spray paint along there and then it disappears when you're digging and you have to do it again. This is like, so what he's done is he's welded like every 100 millimeters, is it? Every 100 millimeters, a little tiny bar on the edge of the bucket, every 100 mil, so you know where your digging depths are. So you don't have to get out and actually spray paint the line on the bucket. Is that what it's for?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Because we don't use GPS or something on the machines, I came along with that situation just because when I build roads, mostly I need to dig out a trench for the road, dig down and then fill up the gravel. And on the right and left side, mostly I got metal bars in the ground, and then how does he call it? A lane, a spring lane, a level lane?
Oh, where on?
How do you say?
On the road? Or?
That I've got metal bars in the ground, left and right, and then I detach, attach
the string line.
A string line.
Yes,
string line. Right.
Yep.
So that's how we work. My brother comes out with the GPS sticks. He sets the metal bars. They made he's doing a height on it, and then I add these string lanes to the bars, and from that I know my height, and then I start digging out the road, and with the with the bars on my bucket, I know that the depth I'm digging. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah, because like I was saying,
pretty simple.
I spray paint the bucket always, just with up to like 200 millimeters, but then it rubs out. Then I have to go and look again.
True. It's pretty old school, but that's the point why people call me Mac or MacGyver, because with that stupid ideas.
Yeah, hey, it's not so
simple,
stupid.
But it works.
It's actually really good. No, good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, let's go and talk about this teddy bear. So how did you come up with this teddy bear idea? So anyone that doesn't know, he has this teddy bear that he puts most of his videos, teddy bears in the videos. He's got him there. There you go. That's the teddy bear. How did you come up with that? Is that from Mr. Bean? Is that the same concept or different?
Something like that, yeah. So let's say everything. Let's go a bit further let's go a step back. When I start with TikTok, everything started with Corona. I don't know what to do, so I start doing videos about my work because I couldn't do anything else. Everything was restricted. You couldn't go out and party or something. So I needed to do something, and I started doing TikTok. And filming all my work at home and anything. And then I started doing videos about an oil change. That was my first banger, let's say,
Yeah.
doing an oil change on my excavator, just without saying any words, just doing the work on the oil change.
Yep.
And I made some. I didn't recognize them, but I made some noises like, "Yeah," and all that noises, like
Yeah.
some stupid noises, but no words. And after that video, many people say, "Oh, you sound like a bit like Mr. Bean," but it didn't come up, or I didn't come up with the idea with a teddy bear at that point. I just focusing on doing videos like that, saying no words, just showing my work I do without saying no words. And I've kept focus on that. And at some point, people wrote in the comments, "You sound like Mr. Bean. Where's your teddy bear?" So then I thought, oh yeah, that could work. I can bring a teddy bear to my side.
Mm-hmm.
Totally stupid, but I can bring in the teddy bear and let do the teddy bear work. I took the teddy bear and let it look like the teddy bear unscrews some screws, or I don't know, controls the excavator or something. So that was the idea then. So the users, the viewers came up with the idea and said, "Hey, where's your teddy bear?" Yeah, and that brought me to that point where I was showing the teddy bear. Yeah.
Yeah. And what happened? Did it kick off? It looks like it took off more, isn't it?
Yeah. Until I started with that kind of videos, it blew off. It totally blew my mind. It blew off.
Yeah.
The most views I got on one video is changing the cutting edge of the bucket, and it got 20 million views. It's insane.
Yeah.
The record for me was 100,000 followers overnight. 100,000
Wow.
overnight, just in one day. It's crazy.
That is.
I didn't know. I didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah.
At the day before, I had like, I don't know, 500. On the next day, I had 600,000 followers, and I was like, "What is going on here?
Yeah.
It's crazy."
Yeah.
And till that, I didn't have Instagram. I hate it, or I still hate Instagram. But anyways,
Yeah.
I was focusing on TikTok, and yeah, it blew off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. And what opportunities has that brought for you now? Like for anyone that is thinking about doing stuff on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, has this given you any opportunities? Has it helped you in any way?
Yeah, it did. Let's say there comes the part where I say, I don't know if I like social media or not. It's easy to get with that much followers. It's easy to get jobs and opportunities to do some, how do you call it?
Affiliates?
Advertising.
Yeah, advertising,
Yeah.
collaborations. Yeah.
Collaborations. It's easy to get those kind of jobs, but most of them are trash. Like, I don't know. I've got an offer to show drones from China. My calculator is doing better pictures than that drone.
Yeah.
So you don't do that.
Yeah.
And it came to a point where you get offered a lot of trash. And in my opinion, it's very important to stay basic, or don't get crazy and look for the money. Just still be yourself. Don't be someone else. Don't do it for the money and show trash.
Yeah.
I've came up with the solution that I just want to show stuff which I also use on my own, where I say I just want to use that. That's a good product. I want to show you that, but I don't show trash. Yeah, I don't want to show trash. But it gave me a lot of opportunities. With the training fairs comes with that. Also,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all good.
Germany, with, with that much followers and the trading fairs, the contacts came in, the corporations came in, and the good corporations came in, and the opportunities.
Yeah.
I catch the opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I'm feeling I get the same thing at the moment. It's starting to happen. Yeah, so people are approaching and asking me, and like you say, a
Yeah.
lot of times they want you to promote something, and you think, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I would use this product, you know. So why do I want to promote it? But it can be easy to say yes, just to say, oh, you know, I'm getting it for free, or if they offer you some money, then you can easily get caught up and say, yeah, I'll do it. But if it's not that good, yeah, it can turn around and be a bad thing for you, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say that to the people out there, don't do it for the money. Don't start social media with the thinking, I'm gonna get 1,000 followers or more and getting all that cooperation and making money. Like, hey, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You need to have an idea. You need to have patience for the videos, you need to have patience for what you're showing, and don't look for the money. Just focusing on what you're doing, and if you're doing it right, it works, and the money comes from itself. But don't think about money.
Yeah.
Don't do that. It brings it. You're losing focus.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, I can give up work and just go and do just social media stuff, but it doesn't always work like that. It doesn't. It's not
No,
as
it
easy as
doesn't
people
work.
think. Yeah.
Doesn't work. It's like I gonna be a football star tomorrow. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You need to have patience for the sport. You want to do the sport, not the being famous. So
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, speaking of the trade fairs, you went to Bauma, didn't you? I saw that. Have you been to many, or is that the only show that you go to?
I've been to Boma 3 times, and before small trading fairs in Germany. Um, Nothing which are comparable to the Bauma, but in the end the same. Just smaller booths, but in the end the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what
And
about?
there,
Yes.
yeah,
Say again. Go.
yeah, and there I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of people and get good contacts to people and good corporations there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, the shows are good networking opportunities too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Networking.
Yeah, that's it. I saw you went on the PC, the Komatsu PC 7000. How was that, man? That thing looks massive.
Amazing. It was a room tour. It was like watching a whole house. You want to rent a house or something.
Yeah.
You went in there and you in my mind was, oh, I can put a kitchen over there and there's my TV room and it's huge. It's like, I don't know. It's crazy. You feel so tiny when you stand next to them. The track pads were so huge and massive. And then you climb up the ladder and then you stand in the machine room with the electric engines, and everything is huge, arm thick, hydraulic hoses, and crazy, crazy. And the cab where you're sitting in there, so big and also comfy, amazing.
Yeah.
The bucket itself weighs 80 tons, yeah,
Oh,
something like that,
shit.
and or 30 tons, and I don't know. I guess it was 30 tons the bucket and 80 tons going inside
Yeah.
there, something like that.
Yeah. That's
Crazy.
huge. Huge.
Yeah,
Crazy.
but it was amazing that I had the opportunity to go up there. I had a lot of opportunities. I went nearly on every machine there, on the biggest machines there, on a big crane, on a big scrap metal loading excavator crane. I don't know how to
Yeah.
say that. I've got a lot of. I had a lot of opportunities there, but the PC 7000 was the biggest. Yeah, it was quite nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the biggest one I got close to was a PC 950, the 95 tonner, and I didn't even get a chance to get in. I wanted to get in, but I got so busy filming and doing other stuff that I missed out. I didn't get a chance. So
Yeah.
next time, yeah.
The next
Yeah,
time.
I
You
haven't
never
been
know.
to Bauma. Maybe Bauma's gonna have to be on my list. Yeah, I have to get there. But that's a big. It's a
Or
big.
Las Vegas.
Hey.
Or Las Vegas, the trade. Well, how does she call? How does they call them? Con Expo
Oh, the
in Las Vegas, USA.
yeah. Have you been to that one?
No,
Yeah. No.
I've been to Las Vegas, but not for the Con Expo.
Yeah, not for that one. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been. I haven't been. That's another one on the list. You have to add those to the list. Bauma, Connex. I don't know about Bauma, China. I don't know. A lot of people went this year and they said they were surprised. They said it was actually pretty good. So maybe I'll see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which could be the better opportunity for you.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it's a Chinese market, but
Yeah.
just to get there, it's a shorter way for you, I guess, right? I
If my
guess
wife, if my wife knows that we can go to Germany, she will say we're going to Germany. Don't worry. She loves it. She
if
loves
you
it.
come to Germany, call me and I give you a
Yeah.
bed.
We came about 2-3 years ago. We did with the car. We drove all around Europe. So we went to Heidelberg, Dachau, um,
Mhm.
Munich. Where else did we go? Oh, we drove all through Germany as well, and then continued on and stuff. So we did like the whole thing. It was good. It was a good trip, very good trip. We saw a lot of stuff, but yeah, long flights that kills me. 20 something hours, too
Yeah,
long, man.
crazy,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I will. If I come over there, I'll hit you up. If you ever come to Australia, same thing. You can always say hello as well. Come.
It's on my bucket list. I wish I could come over there, working half a year or so in Australia as a operator, but in 1.5 months, I'm getting my second kid, so I need to raise up 2 kids. It's more important
Yeah,
than traveling.
it's true. It's true. What's it like there? Because in Melbourne, in particular for Melbourne, it's very quiet. There's not that much work. It's very, very quiet. But in like some of the other states, it's not so bad, but it's also getting quiet. How is it there in Germany?
Yeah.
Is it the same?
Yeah, we need to look on different areas in Germany or on different type of work. At the moment, everything which comes on electricity network, you know, that's going high at the moment. All that windmills,
Yeah.
and all that cables. At the moment, we got a big project going from North Germany to South Germany. So they're digging big trenches and laying down electricity cables. So we got a better infrastructure here for Germany and the electricity. Everything is changing here. I guess you know it, all that green stuff, shutting down atomic, what do you call them?
Yeah, nuclear,
Atomic
nuclear.
producing
Yeah, nuclear
nuclear,
plants. Yeah, yeah,
nuclear plants. Germany shut down any nuclear plants, so they try to make electricity from wind and windmills and solar. And yeah, everything is changing. So in that sector, everything is going
yeah,
high. Industry is like, so normal industry is going well. Yeah, it's going. All companies want to build new buildings to raise or to get bigger.
yeah,
But if you look into building homes, building real estates, and all that stuff, when you go into a private sector where you talk to private people, that's going down, down, down.
yeah,
Like I said, we're doing before Corona, we did a lot of demolition jobs, like tearing down a lot of old houses so people could build a new house, which got a better efficiency, you know. So that's what we did, and now it's going down, down, down. Nobody can afford here a new house. For just to understand it, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, you could build a house here for like 300,000 euro. So you go to the bank, go get a cheap credit, and after 20 years, you paid back your house. So that was possible. Now at the moment, nobody builds a new house. You can't afford it because a new house costs around like 700,000,
yeah,
and the credits are not cheap. So in the end, if you build a new house now with no money and you need to go to the bank, your kids will pay the house. So if you die, the house is not paid back, so your kids need to pay back the house. So at the moment, if you're going in the private sector, in a private construction world, it's not nothing, nothing big. Yeah.
I think it's very similar. Yeah, very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the war, in the end, because of the war, everything is pricey. Everything on the global market is changing.
Yeah.
Just because of that stupid war, and then people need to look where to work.
Yeah, it is same. That's exactly what I think we're having here too. Same thing. Yeah. Oh, Matt Agridig joined us. Matt, do you know Matt as well? Matt Agridig.
Yeah, I've met him pretty early when I started TikTok. I've recognized him over there in the UK. Yeah, I've never spoke to him, but I've ride with him sometimes. Yeah.
No, he's a legend. Yeah, actually, I've interviewed him twice. We've had podcasts, so he's a good guy. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's saying hello. He said you're a great operator. Can you see the comments as well? Can you see them?
I just see it for you. I see Matt. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I see him. Mm-hmm. I'm not looking to the comments.
Yeah. Sometimes it's easy to get distracted. I know. Yeah. Moba saying, this is a question I was about to ask you. Actually, are you using any technology on your machines, like GPS or anything like that?
We started now with Volvo. Volvo got his own 2D. We got a 2D system on our Volvo now. A external system we don't have now. No, we just started with the Volvo. We bought the Volvo system, but in the end, we don't have the work for that kind of systems. I know MOBA. I guess it's a good solution for your company, but just looking to our work, I guess we don't have to work for that.
Yeah.
We're just building roads like 2 times a year or something. Most of my work I do is like just by eye. I don't know. I need to fill up something, and I just need a good ass feeling.
Yeah.
That's feeling in my ass,
Yeah.
and that's all I need because I don't have any heights on the side, and I don't need them. Just backfill a hole or something just by eye and let it look nice. I wish I could have one of these systems because I believe it's the future and we need those kind of systems. But just looking to our work, we don't have to work for that. Yeah, that's the reason. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Moba's saying that the Volvo uses the MOBA laser receiver on their 2D system.
We got the laser receiver on our Volvo. Yeah, we got the laser receiver on our Volvo. We could use the laser receiver, but I just got that system on my Volvo not because of the 2D system. I need that system to have the weighing system on the Volvo. I just wanted to have a weighing system on my Volvo, so if I'm loading trucks, I don't overload them or just send them half full away. So we added that Digga Assist. I guess it called Digga Assist at Volvo. And we just added that to our Volvo excavator just to have the weighing system. And the 2D system I just use sometimes to get a height. You put the bucket at one point, put it on 0, and then going 20 mils or 20 centimeters deeper or something. That's the only use that I got for it mostly. Yeah.
Oh, good. There you go. Oh, cool. What's it like with the weather there? Do you get affected? Like, does the snow stop you from working, or is it always raining, or what's it like there?
It's not that crazy like in your country. Let's say that. I know that you're fighting. I need to think where Melbourne is. I guess on the east side,
down the bottom,
right?
on the east. Yeah, on the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah. I know a guy from Brisbane.
Yeah.
Somewhere north in Brisbane. So they are fighting like once a year some tropic storms and all that shit. And on the other side, you got 40 degrees outside or more.
Yeah.
We don't have that in Germany. And summertime times, now we are facing the summertime. I guess you're facing the wintertime, right?
Yeah, starting now. Yeah, first day of winter. Yeah.
We are facing summer now. So what we can expect now is like 30 degrees or something. At the moment, we had nearly no rain. It's not typical for us. Normally we got rain like once a week. At the moment we had no rain for like 2 months or so. So it's crazy for the farmers or bad for the farmers.
Yeah.
For us in the construction is good because if it's not raining, you can do a lot of construction. If it's raining, yeah, you keep working and working and working. The only thing you need to face is that the gravel or something is getting dry, so you need to put water on it. But at the moment, it's good for working. If it comes to fall or spring, you need to face rain, of course. And some days you can't work because everything is muddy and wet.
Yeah.
In winter times, I can say it from my position here at the area I am. We didn't see a lot of snow for the past years here. So sometimes it's a bit snowing, sometimes it's a bit freezing, but in the end, over winter times, we can keep working and working and working.
Yeah.
There are some areas in Germany where you're facing like that height of snow, so you can't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in my area, we didn't see a lot of snow for the past years because of climatic changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sort of the global warming
Yes.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that we had like 20-degree minus like 40 years ago or something. That was normal. At the moment here in my area, the standard temperature at winter times is 0 degrees. So we see the climatic changing.
Yeah.
We see the global warming problem. So yeah, but weather doesn't affect us so much. I would say you can handle it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, it sounds like you have very, very similar things to Australia. Like, it doesn't really sound that much different nowadays. Like, it's still very similar. Apart from here, we do have a lot of Chinese machines trying to infiltrate. There, a lot of Chinese are coming in, and a lot of people are buying them. And look, some of my sponsors sell Chinese machines, so I have to be careful what I say. Yeah, but they are coming in slowly. And vehicles. I mean, we spoke at one. I had Starbuck on here a while back, and he was talking about he bought a lot of sanding machines recently, and was saying that he feels that it's just like the cars before. Nobody wanted to buy Hyundai or Kia, all those other brands, and now they've become very popular. Suddenly, everyone's buying them because they're improving, and the other cars are becoming expensive. So people are moving to that. So maybe that will happen one day. But I think in Europe, it's still going to be predominantly the main brands.
But Hyundai or whatever, what else isn't Chinese, not directly. It's South Korean. So like Devlon Hyundai, it's Korean. They selling products here in Germany, not that often, of course, but we own Devlon or Doosan back at the days. We got some Doosans. In the end, you're getting what you're paying for. It is what it is. They are cheap, and sometimes you cheap. But the real Chinese brands, Sony, XC and G, what else do we got? Anyways,
Sunwood and Zoomline and all different ones. Yeah.
Zoomline. I on the Bauma, I saw Zoomline. Honestly, I wouldn't buy that for. I don't want to buy that. They copy the interiors of Caterpillar. If you jumped in the Zoomline excavator there on Bauma, you just saw the buttons from Caterpillar, just slightly different, just like that, bit changes, but it's a Caterpillar buttons and all that stuff, and just in a low quality, really low quality. The Zoomline I would never buy. Just want to say how I see it. The other brands like Sony, XCMG, they look good, but you also see the quality difference between other brands. In the end, like I said, you get what you're paying for.
Yeah. It's true. All right. What about, so I'll start going now towards wrapping it up here. We've been going for a while. Sorry to hold you for so long. It's been a good conversation though. Yeah. What would you do if you couldn't do this job? What other job would you be doing?
doing
any
something different.
yeah, anything else in the world, if you couldn't do this job,
Yeah.
what else would you be doing? If you couldn't do excavation, no?
Okay. I would do metal work. I like I always do now in my company. I just do a lot of welding. But if I couldn't do operating, I just would want to be a welder or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, doing steel work. I like to work with steel, welding and building stuff from steel. I like that. I do it in my free time at home, like 1 hour ago. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. What about what Matt said? Matt agreed to
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, they call me Big Jong Dong.
Oh
Yeah, I
God, Matt.
could do that too.
Yeah, Matt just said he could be a porn star. There you go. Oh gosh. There you
But
go.
they
Well,
didn't want me because it's too big.
yeah. Oh
There's
gosh.
no chance for that.
No chance. No. I said if I was gonna do that, I want to make money. People are gonna pay me to put my clothes back on. They'll be like, no, please go. Don't do it. Oh gosh. All right,
Yeah.
so that's good. Yeah, a bit of a laugh. We have to laugh. On TikTok, I just noticed something happened on TikTok. I just got banned for 1 week. I don't know what we did, but before we even said that, it just says you can't
Yeah.
go live for another week. I don't know what happened. I'll have to have a look now. Maybe.
Welcome to TikTok.
Yeah, it just turned just for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right. So we spoke about social media already, and the other job that you would choose. Yeah, and you can tell you do a lot of videos of you actually like fabricating things and making stuff. So you can tell that's the type of person you are. What about your business? So the business that you have now, where do you see things going now for the future, the next 5 years maybe?
I guess I jump more and more into the boss seat in our company, getting more involved into the company business, getting more away from the excavator, getting more into office. I guess that's where I see myself into the next 5 or 10 years, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
My dad is getting old.
it's getting old. But yeah, is that what you like? Do you want to do that, or are you just doing it because of the family?
I just live from one day to the next and I give every day 100% and let's see what happens. I don't want to look too far in the future.
Yeah,
Just living the moment, living the dream.
yeah. That's it. That's it. Well, Matt Everything is giving you a good rap. He's saying that you're a great inspiration. There you go to many people. Very true, though. You've given a lot of good ideas. Even like I said, if you haven't, guys, all the listeners, if you haven't seen Loader Mac's profile, go on there, Loader Mac on Instagram and TikTok, and you will see a whole bunch of how-to videos: how to change oil, how to fix this, how to fix that. You'll see him recording himself, changing, like you say, the bucket edges or the blades or what doing a whole bunch of stuff that is very, very helpful. And like you say,
Yeah.
sometimes no words is best. Sometimes you just watch the video, no, not one word spoken, but he shows you all the steps. It's good. It's really, really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, is there anything that you'd like to add? Is there any questions you have or anything I didn't ask?
No, no. I
No?
just want to say I just dropping a bomb now.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I just stopping social media right now. I guess I won't come back anymore. Uh, I thought about quitting, and I guess I'm doing it right now because I've got some private problems at the moment, some medical issues, and like I said, I'm getting dad for the second time now, and I decided to focus on family and getting, looking for the real things in life. And so people can't expect much from me in the next months or something. So they won't see any videos from me, maybe just Instagram story. But at the moment, I just need to focus on my family. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
just want to say that to the people. Yeah.
yeah. No, good, and I fully understand that because I know myself doing this stuff. It's not easy, man. And then if you've got other things, look after that first. That's number one. Yeah, your health, your family, always number
Yeah.
one. Yeah, either way. There you go. Big bombshell. Big bomb for everyone. There you go. Yeah, but all
Yeah,
your
I
videos
just
will
want
still
to
be there
say
though. Yeah, the old videos will still be up.
I will deactivate TikTok. It got just some German things. The German laws forced me to quit the TikTok channel. Just money things with the state who wants to see money. So because of that, I deactivated my TikTok. I'm not deleting. I just deactivate my TikTok in a few weeks, and maybe I don't know. Maybe in 1 year or so, I will be back, or I don't know. Instagram will be live, and the videos will be live.
Yeah.
But TikTok will be closed in a few weeks. Yeah.
No worries. That's fine. No, good. Well, there you go. I wish you all the best with everything at home and yourself. And I appreciate being, I suppose maybe I'm going to be the last show that you come on. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never know, but you're always welcome to say hello if you ever come to Australia, or if you want to participate in future podcasts, even if they're not on Instagram or TikTok. Always welcome, man.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure to chat with you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure for me too. Talking to an Australian guy.
I know, yeah. Yeah, it's so different, isn't it? I've had a couple of international guests, and Matt was one of them. And it's actually strange because we're on the other side of the world having a conversation. I still can't believe how that works, you know? Yeah.
That's one of the positive sides at these days.
It is. Yeah, very true, very true. All right. Well, you know what? Thank you very much for coming on the show. Yeah, if you do decide to come back on TikTok and that, let us know. Hit me up. But also, yeah, keep in touch. Even if it's not through Instagram or TikTok, we'll definitely keep in touch, man. And to all the listeners, yeah, there you go. You've heard it first from the man himself. So yeah, Christian, is that how I say it? There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, man, for joining us. And yeah, all the best with everything.
Yeah, thank you. You too, mate. Have a nice one.
There you go, guys. That was an interview with Loader Mac. So that's Christian Scholten from Germany. Really appreciate him coming on the show. It's always interesting when we talk to someone from the other side of the world. And there you go, a big bombshell at the end of that. He's actually quitting social media. How weird is that? It's happening on my show that he's actually quitting. So there you go, some interesting stuff there. Everyone has their own reasons, and I have to admit, sometimes I can probably understand why it does get to him, because it's not easy work doing this stuff. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us. I wish everyone a great week, and we'll be seeing you on the next episode. Make sure you follow me, all socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everything. So yeah, a lot of big things coming. And Matt Agridig just said the same thing. He's got a lot of big things coming as well. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled for some videos dropping this week again on YouTube. Follow me on the YouTube channel as well. Go to earthworkshub.com.au for any other information. All right, thank you very much, guys. Have a good week. We'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For tracks, obviously. On the lot.
He became steel resistant.